everyone, and welcome to my organized life, where I'm trying to get my life organized. So it is pretty early in the morning right now. The sun is just starting to come up, so I don't have that natural light, so we're gonna have to suffice for artificial. So it is now a new pay period, so we're gonna go through and work on January paycheck number 2. So this is my binder that I keep my budget by paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom in. I do want to go through and finish adding the months to it. I want to see how bulky it will be, and also to get them out of here because they like to slide around and it bothers me. So let's skip over to January. And I always like to say that I did kind of add my own flair to her PDF, so not all of this is hers. She had like title pages and stuff. I decided to go a little bit more minimalistic, especially to save ink and toner and stuff like that. So I just did little quotes as my covers for my months and stuff, and then I did make my own tabs using just sticker tabs, and then I printed off some kind of side designs to already decorated paper. So I've got a few of those. They turned out absolutely beautiful. I'm like super excited for using these. And of course I can reuse them because I didn't put the year on them, so that's pretty awesome. So yesterday we closed paycheck number 1 and we did really good. So we'll just recap on our numbers there. So I like to keep my paycheck closings in this bullet journal here. So this was what we spent for paycheck 1, and then this was our budgeted versus our weekly spent. They were all in the green, which is awesome. And then my difference was off by 72 cents, which was technically 0 because I knew full well there'd be 72 cents unaccounted for in my budget, so I'm going to count that as 0. So this is how much we are rolling over, and it's nice because I already have that number in. I don't need to go through and count my cash again, so that is awesome. Okay, so let's dive on in. So I decided that I want to make my budgeted versus my actual different colors. I also like to keep my MasterCard payments, so payments that come out on my MasterCard, a different colors, so that way I can visualize those. These are my bills coming out. I'm just going to double check that though. So let's see. In this pay period, see, we've got land tax, which should be on there, yep. And then we've got bank fees and Photoshop. So bank fees, Photoshop, Walmart MasterCard, which technically I already put a payment on there. So I put $50 every paycheck on it because I'm trying to pay it off, or at least pay it down some. Cushions, which I just kind of want to add. And then I also decided that I wanted to put in half of my benefits from this paycheck. I knew this would be a really good paycheck. And because I worked a stat holiday, I worked New Year's Day. So I knew I would have a decent paycheck. And then I was pretty unsure of the next one, so I kind of wanted to take half of the benefits out because this one is probably the biggest bill I pay. It is, I don't have it written down here, it's $284, I think. Yeah, so it'd be $284. So I'm going to take half from this paycheck so that way it doesn't hit me so hard the next paycheck. Yeah, so after everything was said and done, I did have a negative balance here. We definitely won't be in the negatives because we got a pretty hefty rollover, which is awesome. So I always go for my minimum for my envelopes. So this is like the minimum that I absolutely need. I do like to usually raise them. Like I said, for my lunch and my cab, I usually like to do 70, even though I technically only need 56. It counts for any extra income, and it also makes it so that I have a little bit more of a rollover. So it's kind of like a protection thing. So we're gonna go through and put in the actual numbers, which I think I'm gonna do. I did this in purple, so let's do this in dark blue. So from Sev, I got $969.98. And then from Hannah, I will be getting the $320, that's my minimum. Okay, and then we've got And I'm just gonna count, you stop that. I'm just gonna count my rollover in general. So before I was splitting it up between cash envelopes and accounts. So I'm just gonna combine it all and just have it in rollover. That way if I do have any extra income, I'll have a space for it. It just makes more sense doing it that way. So I do have my rollover number here. However, I did account for my cushions, which technically aren't spent. They just stay in there. So I gotta add the $40 to this, I believe. Actually, let's go through just to double check and make sure, because I don't want to set myself up to fail right from the start. So I had my numbers here. So I had $120.34 in the accounts to start, $394 on hand, and then $8.20 change. So it should equal $522.54. So that should be our rollover. But like I said, we didn't go grocery shopping. We've been just making do with what we have in the house, which is probably good for saving money anyways. But I was saying in yesterday's video that we have a puppy that does not like being left alone. So it's really hard to grocery shop because Rain and I grocery shop together. I don't drive, so he drives, and then I usually know what we need. So we're going to have to get the grandma to come over and babysit the boys, I think. So I just wanted to double check here and see. So we've got $482.54 plus 40. So yeah. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so all together that is, I think I'm going to switch to this calculator just because it takes up a little less space. It's a little bit harder on the buttons, but I don't like the glare I get from the other one. So $969.98. Oops. Okay, so $969.98 plus 320 plus 522.54. So $1,812.52. Okay, so these will relatively be the same. So it will be $395 and $1095. So those are the fees that come out of my bank account every month on the 17th. Photoshop, it's usually like $28 or $29 and change, but I'm just gonna make it an even 31, and the extra dollar and change or whatever can just be put towards extra debt. It's not much, so it's not a huge deal. We're gonna save $125 for land tax. We did $20 cushions last time, so yeah, we're gonna up them by 10. So we're gonna do $30 cushions this time. And then I definitely do want to save at least half of the benefits. So these are all going to stay the exact same. So I know that this number here has not changed. Okay, going down to here, I want to do my usual $70 for cab and lunch. And then I'm going to up my grocery to $400. Possibly even more, we'll see. Food, I'm gonna keep it $65. That seems to be working for us. Miscellaneous, keep that at $100 this month. Beauty will be $60. I have 35 saved, so I'm gonna add, actually it'd be $70. I'm gonna let that dry before I erase it. And then pet will be $60. Aw, what? What's up, bud? Okay. Okay, so beauty will be $70. And then pet would be 60, so let's see what this equals. So that equals $835. Okay, so I had already went through on my calendar here and figured out what I need to save for my challenges. So I think they call it like baseline, or I can't remember. Line item. I made my challenge as a line item. I'm still learning the lingo in the budget by paycheck group and the savings group and whatnot. So I did line item my savings stuff because the way I see it is I don't need to pull it from an actual envelope. I get that that's part of the challenge, but for me, if I wasn't pulling this money here, I would be spending it somewhere else anyways. So to me, it just seems like the same thing. So these are going to stay the same. So I did cut my anniversary down. Last time I saved 63 for anniversary and 60 for Carbon's birthday. I did cut those down a little bit because I want to start saving for puppy. He needs shots, get him fixed and all that. So I did, we had 500 for anniversary and 300 for Carbon's birthday. I decided with this whole COVID stuff, it's going to be hard to do anything anyway, so I cut them both down to 200. I figure that'll be reasonable, and if that's not enough, then I can cash flow somewhere else if I absolutely need to. So that also decreased the amount that I need to put into it every month, which will make it so I can save up a little bit for other things. So we're going to do 30 for Carbon. I'm just going to take this out for a second here. Okay. 55 for holiday goals. Only $10 for Jolly January because my 2 letters for these 2 weeks are E's, so it's 5 and 5. And then I gotta save a total of $15. I'm doing the 52-week challenge. I'd like to put $50 towards the puppy, and I'd like to just pay this off completely, and then that's all I owe my mom technically, I think, hopefully. We'll see if I can do that. Might have to change some numbers around, but we'll see. So 15, 30, 55, 10, 15, 50, and 65. So that should be $240. Just go through and add that up and make sure. Yeah, okay, so that's right. Walmart MasterCard, we're gonna put at least $50 here, and then taxes is going to be $75. So that will stay the same. Okay, so let's go through and see where we're at with this. So we're going to take our total income and we're going to subtract our bills. And then from that, we're going to subtract our envelopes. So 604.62 minus 240 for our sinking funds. Minus 125. So that leaves me with $239.62 left over. I feel pretty comfortable with this. I think this is a pretty decent budget. I am a little bit nervous about next paycheck because I got crap for hours on the schedule. My boss said she'd change it and post it yesterday, and of course she still hasn't. So I'm still waiting to see how many hours I'll have, and then I'll kind of know my estimate for this. But for now, I don't know. I'm hoping that she'll post it today because it's a little bit ridiculous that she hasn't. So I think what I might do is just save this $239.62 as a cushion for my next paycheck just in case. And I'm going to try to really tighten it down and only spend what I need to out of this, so hopefully this number will actually be higher. So this is going to be my just in case for paycheck number 3, I think. So that will put me at 0 because we're in a zero-based budget. Okay, so I think that makes me a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so I like this. So I'm going to go through and color code this just so when I'm taking numbers it won't be so confusing. So All right, so there's all of those. So I'm gonna do my usual right down here actually, just in brackets. It's gonna be left in account. So looking at here, so I think I want to keep about 150 of my groceries left in the account, and then $70 for beauty will also be left in the account. Everything else will be cash, so I need 70 for cab and lunch money. I always get lunch money and food confused. Okay, so this should be basic math, but math stresses me out. I'm terrible at it. So 400 minus 150, so we're gonna pull out $250 in cash for groceries. Food, 65. Miscellaneous will be 100. This will be 0 because we're keeping it in the account. Pet, we're pulling 60. 15 for anniversary, 30 for Carbon's birthday. That's another thing I like about this, because before I was doing like 63 for anniversary, now it's like an even 15, which is awesome. I'd kind of like to keep them at either 5s or 0s for the 1s place. Let's keep it at like 15s or 10s. Okay, so holiday goals, we need 55. This is awesome. All of these are either 5, they end in 5 or 0, so I don't think we'll need any change. So Jolly January, we need $10. 15 for the 52-week challenge. 50 for puppy. 65 for my mom, and 75 for taxes. Okay, let's add those all up and see how much we need to pull out. So 930, and let's see how we did this last time. Okay, so I'm just going to make note of what I already have. Which would be just what we had for cash and change. So $394. Plus $8.20, so I should already have $402.20 of that. Okay, so then our total should be this minus this. So it should be $930 minus 402.20. So if we add everything up here properly, we should only have to pull $527.80. I don't really want to pull 80 cents. We'll figure that out after. Okay. Okay, so I think what I did last time, I'm just going to change this quick to make it easier. So last time I went through and added that extra 35 cents onto groceries. Oh, excuse me. So we're going to do that here too. I just need to figure out, was that 35 cents we already had or what? I think it was 35 cents that we were left with. I don't really know. I'm just trying to figure out whether I need to add 20 cents to grocery or 80 cents to grocery. I think it would be 80 cents. Okay, so my goal is to make this a whole number. I don't want any decimals. So let's see what happens if we change this to $150.80. So let's add these up. So 70 plus 70. Oh, actually, let's go, okay, 400 minus $150.80. So it'd be $249.20. So $249.20 plus 70 plus 70 plus 65, 100, 60, 15, 30, 55, 10, 15, 50, 65, and 75. So that would equal 929.20 minus 402.20 would equal 527. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I think I made it 80 cents, right? So 400 minus 50.8. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that. So we're actually gonna leave 80 cents in the account. So it'll be $150.80. This will be $250.20. It's a little bit confusing, but I don't want to write on my tracker that I put 20 cents in my savings jar. It just seems a little silly. So going through and fixing it up like this should help. Okay, so that will change this as well. So we're gonna do, actually it's right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is just up this to $401. And this should work out. So we've got a budget of $401 for groceries. And I want to keep $150 of that. Actually, let's go this way. I want to, yeah. So 400 minus 150. So I want to pull out $250.80 because that's going to round what I already have with what I'm pulling out to $1, because 80 cents plus 20 cents is $1. So then I'm gonna go 400 minus $250.80. So in the account, I'm gonna keep $149.20. So then when we add all of this up and subtract it from what we already have, this should be a whole number. So let's see if that worked. And it didn't work. Okay, so looking at this here, actually, I think we need to switch this out. We need to keep the 80 cents here and the 20 cents here. So we're gonna have in the account $149.80. And then here, we're gonna have $250.20. That should still equal our 400. Okay, so let's try that again. So 70, 70, there we go, so $528. Okay, we're gonna pool what we already have. just wanted to double check and make sure that our cash was right. So now we can go through and make our list of what we have versus what we already have. Try and make it neater than last time. All right, so what we have should equal $402, and what we need should equal $528. These two together, calculator, so 402.20 plus 528 should equal $930.20. All right. So start off with cab money because that one's a little bit more confusing because I need fives. And then I also need change. So before we get too into this, I'm going to switch out change here. So I'm going to trade these in for $1 and all right, so we've simplified our change down. So I always forget, I think it's 10 cab rides that I'm trying to, yeah, because 70 divided by $7, which is what it normally costs, would be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So I have exactly 6 cab rides out of the 10. Okay, so 70 divided by 7 minus 6 is 40 times 7, so I'd still need $28. Let's do half for the cab rides. Okay, so we've got 5. Okay, so we should have $35 here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay. So we have $35. We need another 35. So I'm gonna go 20, 30, and 5, I think. So let me figure this out here. So this would get turned into 4 more cab rides. That gives us the 5, and then I would need $10 in change. I usually like to keep it 10 in my cab money for change, for when I run out of change. That way it's not too bulky. But I think instead of having this 20 in here, let's leave it like this. See if this works. So see how much we have. We've got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So yes, we would still need $20. So let's go in and write for, oh, see, and I messed up here. So have and need. So we've got 50, still need 20. I'm gonna throw my change back in my cab part. My little cab change keeper, and then let's find my cab envelope. Okay, so I need $20 and it's got to be in 5s. So I'm going to need 4 more $5 bills to finish up my cab money. Okay, so for lunch money, we need 70. I like to keep 20s in for my lunch money, so 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Oh, I do have another 20 here. Oh, I've actually got 3. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So cab money is done. Or cab money, lunch money. So I have 70, don't need any. So cross that off. And stick this in lunch money. Okay, so that one's done. So next up we've got groceries. So I need $250.20. Here's our 20 cents. Let's see. I've got 150. I think I'd like to keep it like that if I could and get like another $100 bill. Okay, so we have $150.20, so then we should still need $100, right? So if we add 1, 2, 50, 20, so 2, 50, 20, so we still need $100 bill. So we are going to put this in groceries. Okay, so for food, I like to have 65. So 50, 60. So we have 60 and we need 5. So for food, we need a $5 bill. I'm gonna pop that in here. Okay, so I just remembered that I shouldn't have counted my previous $60 into my rollover because I wanted to put the $60 that I didn't spend for my pets in my in my cat sinking fund for cat food later on. So rather than go through and change my rollover number and have to change everything, I'm going to go through and change my pet number, and I'm going to up my budget to 120. That way I only have to change these numbers. So I guess this will change this here. So see, that'll change pet to 120. So we're basically just adding 60. So we're gonna take our $930.20. Oops, and plus add 60. So it'll be $990. Minus 402.20. So this will go up to 588. And then I think also I'm going to make one more change here to make my life easier because I've got these $2 extra that I don't really know what to do with. So I'm going to throw it into, let's throw it into the puppy envelope. So I'm going to change this one more time. Sorry guys, bear with me. Alright, so now that's good there, and then over on this side here, just need to add that $2 to puppy. So this is going to bump up to 52. So this is going to go up to 992. So 992.20 minus 402.20. It's 590 because I want this to equal or to end with either a 0 or a 5 to make my life easier. Okay, Not as messy as last time, still pretty messy, and there's always hope for next time. Okay, so now that I've got that, I think all of this here hasn't changed really. So I'm pretty sure this all stays the same, what we have so far here for what we have and what we need. This is what we have left. So I want to put that $60 into my pet sinking fund, so that's gonna go into the pet envelope. So we're gonna say for pet we have 60, we need 60. Beauty, Beauty's gonna stay in the account, so we're not pulling that out. Okay, so that leaves us with $10 or $12 technically. So puppy is gonna get the $2, and then we still need 50. So that gets rid of that, and then the $10, we'll put that towards Jolly January. Okay, so that gets rid of all the money that we currently have. So then miscellaneous, we're gonna put have 0, and we need 100, so we'll do a $100 bill. Okay, so beauty, this stays in the account, so we're just gonna cross that off. Pet, we have 60. We need another 60, so 50 and 60. Okay, anniversary, we need all of these, we can put zeros. Okay, so anniversary, we need 15. So 10 and 5 makes 15. Carbon's birthday, we need 30. So 20, 30. Okay, holiday goals, we need 55. So 50 and a 5. Jolly January, we have that, so we can cross that out. That's good. 52-week challenge. So we need 15, so 10 and a 5. So puppy, we have $2 and we need $50, so we'll grab a $50 bill there. For my mom, we need 65, so 50, 65. And then for taxes, we need 75, so 50, 60, 70, and 5. So let's add all this up and see if it equals 402.20. 2, so that's right. And then we'll add this up and see if it equals 5. I think now it should equal 590, but we'll see. Okay. So 590. Okay, so that's right. So that's 590, and then both of those added together should equal our 992.20. Okay, so we need 2 $100 bills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 $50 bills, 2 $20 bills, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 5s. So that will make 50. That one will also be 50. This will be 40. This will be 250 and 200. Okay, so let's see if that adds up properly. Okay, so that equals 590, so that's good. All right, and then this step, if you guys are budgeting, you'll probably won't have this step because most people don't have this problem, but I have to track what gets paid with job number 2's money because I got paid through PayPal, so it doesn't always, it doesn't come into my account right away. So I've got to be careful on what I pull. Okay, Sorry. So what gets paid with job number 2's money, and I will be receiving $320 for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and list all of the bills that get taken out of that account, because this money gets put into my savings account, which I use for my bills. So my bills that come out of that account, so we've got, oh, that's not the right one. I want this one here. So it's another nice thing for color coding, because I can look and I can see all of these blue transactions are going to come out of this account. So, so we have a bank fee of $3.95 coming out of there. Photoshop payment will be coming out of there. Land tax usually comes out of there. I've got a $30 cushion that I want to keep in there. Half of the benefits. This would be $142. And then Walmart MasterCard payment of $50. And then also we've got the just in case for Paycheck 3. Which will be $176.62. Okay, let's add this all up and see what it totals to. So $558.57. Just go through and add that again and make sure it's right. So I've got $320 going into that account. So that will cover some of this. So I'm going to subtract $320 from that. So I need to keep $238.57 in that account. So that's in basic. And then that way I know I can move. Okay, so I've got $998.37 in there. So I'm going to minus $238.57, so I can move $759.80 to my plus account. And just to make sure that that's right, I can take this number, so $238.57, and add my $320 to it, and it should equal this number right here. So that's good. And then I guess the only other thing that I'm going to do is gonna make myself another one of these. I'm kind of working on this layout. I'd like to be able to fit an entire month on here, but I definitely don't think I left enough room for all of the bills that usually come out. So I can definitely minimize some of these, and I think I'm going to just kind of redo this, and then I will write down my bills. That way I can track how much is going out of that account. So yeah, other than that, I think that's everything done. We'll need a little slip to write down the amounts I need to take out. All right, so this is the slip that I'm going to take to the bank with me later on. And then we will have a cash stuffing video coming out either tomorrow or Monday. I kind of want to make a general layout of when my videos come out, because I feel like we're kind of like weekend heavy. Most of my videos are made on like Thursdays and Fridays. So I guess we usually have the plan of me's coming out Mondays. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. this will be out eventually. So if you want to watch that video, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you'll get notified, because I don't really have a set uploading schedule for now. I'm just kind of doing my own thing and figuring it out. So yeah, that is it for this video, I believe, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care. Bye!